Welcome, sports card collectors and investors. So today we're going to be a lot more positive than we were yesterday, talking about the junk wax era. So let's get started. Stay tuned for the end because we're going to go over some notables, some good pickups that are right outside the junk wax era. So stay tuned for that. Like, subscribe, share, ring the bell, please. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to go from 1984 to 1993. So with 1984, I would start with Don Mattingly. So Don Mattingly's 84 Donruss, 84 Topps, 84 Flair are all good pickups. So for 1984, I wouldn't pass on Don Mattingly. 1985, steroid era, but I mean not the steroid era in 1985, but someone that was caught up in that. Mark McGwire. So his USA card, 85 Topps, hard to get into PSA 10. PSA 9 is also a good pickup, so don't pass on 85 Topps McGwire. 1986, I would go with either both of these guys were in the steroid era too, so it could be popular or not. But 86 Topps traded Barry Bonds or the 86 Donruss Jose Canseco. If you're going to get any cards from 86, those would be some good pickups. Also, the 86 Flair Canseco, also not a bad pickup. 1987, I would go with Greg Maddux. He's got an 87 Flair. He's got an 87 Donruss. Greg Maddux, great pitcher for the Cubs. That's right. So 87 Greg Maddux. 1988, I would honestly just pass on 1988. I mean, I think Tom Glavine, but other than that, let's just go past 1988. 1989, this one's easy. So 1989, you have the Upper Deck Ken Griffey Jr., you have John Smoltz, you have Randy Johnson, and Gary Sheffield. But I would say the top three would be Griffey Jr., Randy Johnson, and John Smoltz for the 1989 Upper Deck. First Upper Deck baseball set, three great cards to have. Griffey also has 89 Topps traded, 89 Flair, 89 Donruss, so those would be good pickups too, in either the PSA 10 or PSA 9 variations. And I kind of always leave out BGS, and it's not really on purpose. So if BGS is your thing, then go BGS. You know, if you can find a BGS 10 pristine in those cards or any of these cards that I'm telling you about, jump on them if they're reasonably priced, which will probably be out of reach for a lot of people. But BGS 9.5s or BGS 9s are still not bad pickups either. So yeah, I don't really have a preference, one or the other. I like them both. So going past 1989, let's go into 1990. So 1990 Leaf, Frank Thomas comes to mind, or his Topps that has no name on front. So for 90, I will go with either the Leaf or the Topps variation of the Frank Thomas. 1991, Chipper Jones. So his 91 Upper Deck, 91 Topps. There's some other variations, but 91, I would go with Chipper Jones. 1992, this kind of brings up a couple really great pitchers, Hall of Famers. 92 Bowman, Trevor Hoffman, and Mariano Rivera. Two great pickups. In either a Beckett graded or a PSA graded. There's other graded card companies out there too, so I'm kind of getting caught up in the whole graded thing. But pick up these cards if they're in good condition. You can get them ungraded. You can buy them raw, and submit them to PSA or Beckett or SGC or any of the other graded companies out there. So for 92, I'll go with Mariano Rivera or Trevor Hoffman or both. 1993, it's kind of a no-brainer. He's going to the Hall of Fame this year. Derek Jeter. So his SP foil is really hard to get, especially in a good grade or even raw. So his Upper Deck SP foil, or a lot more easier to come by, but still a great card to get, is his 93 Topps. So that's basically 1984 all the way to 1993 of the junk wax era are some players that you want to watch out for. Now, like I said in the beginning, some notables right outside the junk wax era. We're going to rewind 2 years, and we're going to do 1982 and 1983. So 1982, Cal Ripken Jr., Hall of Famer, Iron Man, awesome, one of my favorite baseball players. His 82 Topps traded to me is his most iconic, his probably best rookie card. And I'm saying that because he's by himself in his other Topps card. He's with two other people, but it's still a rookie card, so it's not a bad pickup. But his 1982 Flair and his 1982 Donruss are also great pickups. But for me, his 82 Topps Traded is probably the better one out of all of them. 1983, you have three Hall of Fame great players: Wade Boggs, Tony Gwynn, and one of my favorites, Ryan Sandberg. So their 83 Topps cards are their best ones, I think. If you can get those raw and send them in yourself. Raw means ungraded if you don't know. But if you can get those in PSA 10s or even PSA 9s, they're great pickups. So 83 Topps, Sandberg, Boggs, or Gwynn. And those three guys also have 1983 Donrusses and 1983 Flairs, which are also great pickups and not as expensive as their Topps cards. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, a little bit more positive. I didn't say shit like I did yesterday, but I just did. So you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.